Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So I've got my trusty mug of tea here and we're ready for another Schleich dinosaur review, and today's is going to be on the mini Carnotaurus. Now this is new for 2015, and I actually attended the 2015 Toy Fair this year and saw this guy on display, and he really piqued my interest. I think he's a fantastic looking miniature version of the Carnotaurus. Now we already have a Carnotaurus from Schleich, which is very popular indeed. We have reviewed it on the channel, link is down below. Go and check out that review if you haven't already, but today we're taking a closer look at his smaller version. So without further ado, let's crack him out of the packaging. Always the fun part of any review, breaking the thing out of its packaging. So here is the Carnotaurus Mini out of its packaging, and what a fantastic looking figure. This thing just looks incredible. I love the complementary colours that they've used. This turquoise, dark blue, and then this dry brushing of light blue along the back. What a fantastic little figure. And the sculpt is absolutely flawless. Schleich have done a fantastic job with this one. Much like its adult larger version, this one just looks absolutely outstanding. So without further ado, let's take a close-up look. So starting off with the head, you can see how minuscule this head is compared to my finger, and yet look at all that detail packed in. Schleich have done a fantastic job on this one. Much like their Kentrosaurus and Anhangera this year, these are really super detailed models, and Schleich are really upping their game. Look at the way they've dry brushed all these scales to bring out all that lovely detail, and look at the weathering on the teeth, just making those look really needle-like and individual. I also buy the eyes, a nice bright yellow. Very, very nice indeed. As we move down the neck, that dry brushing just continues, and underneath we have this beautiful turquoise aqua colour. Beautiful. And then as we move down to the shoulder, you can see we've got some nice musculature here. We've got those trademark tiny arms of the Carnotaurus. I just love all these little lumps and bumps going along the back, and all this fine scaling. Really clear detail all across the body, even though it's so tiny. I love this bit of flesh between the leg and the torso. Really nice. And you can see the musculature here clearly in the leg. As we move down to the lower leg, you can see here the musculature swelling, and then as we move down to the foot, you can see very bird-like turquoise feet going on. There's the Schleich logo there. There's the little dew claw on the back. Very nice. Really nice creases coming up here as we join up with the tail, and again this fine scaling just carries on all the way down the tail. It's a nice gentle curve in the tail. As we come around to the other side, you can see the musculature is a little bit more pronounced on that side, and that makes sense because the muscle is pulling the tail this way, so it's flexing on this side, which is really nice informed design. You can see here there's some really nice folds joining up with the back of this leg as it moves forward, and you can see the skin stretching across the muscles. Really lovely detail. And you can see that there's a real contrast in this turquoise colour between the dark and the light colours. Really nice washes of colour going on here. Nice painted toe claws. As we move back up to the torso, really, really nice detail. You can see the arm here is tucked in behind the leg. Nice contrast of pose. And you can see here lovely little veins and creases in the neck, joining up with the lower jaw. Look at that, fantastic. And then we're back to that fantastic head sculpt. So just how big is this thing? Let's get out the tape measure. So you're looking at about 5 inches long, about 5.5 inches long, which is about 14 centimeters. In terms of the height, you're looking at about 3 inches tall, which is about 7 or 8 centimeters. Okay, size comparison time. Let's bring in the 2015 Kentrosaurus, which we have reviewed on the channel, and link is down below. This is one of the other super detailed dinosaurs of this year, and we're really excited to see Schleich adding so much detail to their figures. As you can see, these two scale up really nicely next to each other, this one resembling a juvenile Carnotaurus. But I just love the detail of both of these, they look fantastic. Next, let's bring in the red Pentaceratops from Schleich. This one's a fan favourite, and we have reviewed this one on the channel as well. Link is down below. You can see these two scale up nicely, with this one being a juvenile Carnotaurus. Next, let's bring in the Schleich classic green Tyrannosaurus Rex. Again, we have reviewed this one on the channel, link is down below. You can see that these two scale up nicely, with this being a baby or juvenile Carnotaurus, and they look great on display together. And lastly, but most importantly, let's bring in the Schleich adult Carnotaurus for comparison. You can see these two really complement each other, but there are some clear design differences in terms of the sculpt, especially in terms of the head sculpt and also the ridges going along the back. I would say that this smaller version looks more akin to the Carnotaurus that we see in Disney's Dinosaur from the year 2000, but put next to each other, these two do look like parent and child. And again, we have reviewed this adult on the channel, link is in the description if you want to see a video for that one. So there we have it guys, that was today's look at the mini Carnotaurus from Schleich. This is a new model for 2015 and is staggeringly detailed for its size. Brilliant paint job, really attractive to look at and a great conversation piece. And if you've already got the adult Carnotaurus, I'd highly recommend you pick this one up to complement it. Okay guys, have you picked this one up? Will you be picking him up? Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.